Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the first Wednesday of every month as I have lived here in Austin, a poet, an Australian poet who lives in Austin named Tom, T-H-O-M, Tom Woodruff would host an open mic on the first Wednesday at a bookstore called Half Price Books. And it was called Community Poetry, and people were welcome to come in and do 10-minute mini feature readings. I would be there with him and read things from recent Scarce Publications books, and they would be up to 20 minutes long, which he welcomed. And it has been sad because of the pandemic that he has not been able to be running this open mic. So, in honor of this time, where I would normally be there from 1 to 3 in the afternoon Central Standard Time, I thought I would read material from brand new Scarce Publications books releases for you guys. I like sharing these books with everyone all the time, and this next reading I'm going to do is double plus cool because this book is not even released yet. I'm holding a proof copy in my hand. It'll be out on the 15th, on tax day for us stupid Americans. And actually, it's funny, we had our taxes done, and we got $2 back. $2. It used to be that we thought, oh, did we put in so much that I might get a lot of money back? But $2. All of that work for getting $2 back. But anyway, it's done. It was taken care of, and Scarce Publications thought it would be smart to release this book on tax day for that. So 8 days from now, this issue collection book will be released. Scarce Publications runs 2 literary magazines. The older one, the one that has been around almost as long as Scarce Publications, is cc&d magazine, Children, Churches, and Daddy's magazine, unreligious, non-family oriented literary and art magazine. Around since June of '93, and we release annual collection books of selected writings from cc&d and now Down in the Dirt magazine as well. But we also release issue collection books. This is the one for January through April of 2021 issues of cc&d magazine. It's not out yet, so I'm going to show it to you, but you can't pick it up for another 8 days, and you won't see it on Scars.tv for another 8 days, but I could share with you poetry as like this initial pre-release teaser so that you can hear a little bit from this book, which is titled What Lies on the Other Side. Haha, Insty book. This book has, as I said, 4 issues of cc&d magazine. A lot of people think that this is a smart idea to buy a book like this because it costs less than buying the 4 issues if you wanted to get all of them. So this is What Lies on the Other Side, cc&d magazine. People have asked about the cover. Oh, it's just a bridge, right? And when you go around the back cover, it continues off to nothingness. And it's river out to nowhere, but there's actually something out there and you don't know, and these gloomy clouds are here. And it's actually a combination of photos from different parts, actually from Puget Sound and from Puerto Rico. So you would never see this image in nature, so the only way you'd get it is get a copy of this book once it's released on April 15th. I was going to read to you a few poems from the first poetry section of this book, What Lies on the Other Side. Get rid of my bookmark and we'll check this out for you guys. This first poem is called Killing, Loving, and the Power of Women. You can't help but love the look of the praying mantis. The unique way it moves is utterly fascinating to the eye. But I had no idea that one of the reasons I could fall in love with the praying mantis was precisely because the woman kills her mate during or just after they finish their mating business. Because really, what do you need them around for anyway after you got yours? And the beauty of this kind of conquest is that it happens across species. And it happens from insects to animals too. Some black widow spiders are known to kill their postcoital mates. Female spiders even have larger venom sacs. And the thing is, female bees and wasps have the stingers, not the males. Yeah, you heard me right. Those male worker bees don't even have stingers. And one female bee is chosen when young to be queen, then is raised by the male bees until she rules over them all. Female honeybees call the shots in their caste system matriarchy, in the female-centered hive where the males only serve for sexual reproduction. Also, male insects and animals are brightly colored to stand out, to be better looking, to attract the females, while the females just stay at home and take care of what's theirs. Even female octopi strangle their male mates after the deed is done. And the female lion does the majority of the hunting or for their pride, as sometimes not even sharing their food. Female bonobos and chimpanzees are at the top of their group's social pyramid, the top of their matriarchal society. And get this one. In many societies of the anglerfish, the male, which is smaller, literally attaches himself to a woman and, get this, starts to atrophy until she's ready to use him for her reproductive needs. If a male anglerfish doesn't find a female, he will literally die. So, I don't know how it got so messed up with us humans. We women have always been the ones with the power, and now we fight an uphill battle because we've been thought of as less than human. Tell that to Nefertiti or Pharaoh Cleopatra is all I can think, because somewhere along the line, men decided to take over the world while we only gave them a home, gave them a family and offspring to raise and flourish. In the male's name, no less. And what's our thanks? For stopping killing you men. You've taken our humanity. And for millennia, we fight for any rights back. And sorry, but I don't know who made this deal. But I want my money back. A woman says she's poem talking about how insects and animals will kill each other and rule. Oh, that's just such a riot. Sorry. There was your woman-centered first poem in this reading for you guys. The second one is an emotional short one, and it is so short that I have an image for it that was used for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. It's an Insta poem. Instagram and Tumblr and all those kind of things. And this is a poem that's called Keeps Repeating. Try to put it in the light for you guys and see it in different colors. Try to put it in the light in different colors so anybody can see it. It's really hard to see. But the comforting thing is that this is actually a black and white image. So other than just being difficult to see in this live feed, it's kind of like the way you'd see it if you're looking at it on a screen. This is a really short poem with this angry couple that's called Keeps Repeating. I question my turning the other cheek. When your violence strikes, just get stronger. And this painful history keeps repeating. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I might share with you maybe 3 more from this section for you for this reading from cc&d Magazine's issue collection book, which isn't even released yet. So this first one is a piece that's titled, Check Your Beliefs at the Door. What you don't see is that everything to me is epistemology. Choices anyone makes tells you about their nature and their relationship to knowledge. An opinion's an opinion, but it's based on a belief. If you think I'm wrong, check your premises and know that understanding might be as important as the facts. People claim a set of beliefs but don't live by them, like they don't know or understand. They say it's possible to know without knowing, but understand without understanding? Come on. That's why I say you can read a person by their actions, or even just by what they say. It's easy, really, when you see them. Just listen and check to see if they check their beliefs at the door. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I will share 2 more poems for you from the cc&d issue collection book, which has yet to be released. I'm not saying the title anymore because you can't find it. It'll be out in 8 days on Tax Day. But this next poem I'm going to share with you is titled Quantum of Evidence. When I think about my one true love, I think of how we suit each other so. And I cannot think of a time when we have ever been apart, as if my past was not my past without him, and every moment amounted to him. I want to say I waited too long to find him, but if I cannot remember a past without him, maybe we were always meant to be. Before we met, before I was born, before this world began. Maybe, just maybe I had to wait until after my life had been so hectic for so many years. Maybe I had to wait for my life to be almost taken away. Maybe that journey was finally the quantum of evidence the universe needed to bring him to me. Maybe that's when my one true love was finally ready to stop the waiting and step into my life. Because I love him. I've always loved him. Look at the quantum of evidence and look at all I've had to go through to lead to this conclusion. Because after all this waiting, this is the only way it was meant to be. Him with me. Aww. Aww. I get all sniffly and blah and cute and stuff. Sorry. I have one more poem for you, and it's interesting. And I don't think it's about lovey-doveyness. And it's titled Language. And it's a little bit longer than other short ones that have had Insta poems, but this one has an Instagram image with it as well. If I get really, really close to a screen to try to make it be seen, you can actually, if you look at this, look for this poem Language at Scars.tv in a Janet Kuypers writing section, you can find it and you can actually see the image in color for yourselves. But this is the last poem I'm going to share with you from this book, which is yet to be released, dun dun dun, and it is titled Language. Language is one of the first things we learn to communicate what we need to survive. You may have heard that language is a virus, but I beg to differ. It's too ingrained in us to be the enemy, to be our downfall, to be something we have to fight to survive. So no, I say language actually leaves a residue, a film that since childhood sticks to you. You can't escape the words thrown at you, the words you hear, the words you read. And some of those words may be like a virus infecting your thoughts and invading your brain. But some words in that language can touch you like a feather, so gently tickle and entice you. And that language of yours can pour over you like warm honey you could spend hours licking. Remember, language pours over you like water, like at your birth when you heard your first words. Language touches you since the beginning until the end. And that language always sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's the last I'm going to read from this book for you, which you can't order yet, so I'm not going to show you the title anymore of this, but this is a CC&D book that's going to be out in 8 days. You can find links to it at Scars.tv when that book is released. I hope everybody is hanging in there and being safe and feeling like they're exasperated that they're stuck alone still, and they're hoping that it will end soon, but it will. We'll just have to wait and see and hope and all of that fun stuff. So I want everyone to remain strong, remain poetically inclined, and we'll all get through this all together. I'll talk to each and one of you very, very soon. Thank you very, very much.